Hey guys, hello and welcome to another video of Power Automate. So today we're going to learn how to use AI Builder in our flows and the desktop flows and in the cloud flow. How can we create our model? How can we extract text from PDF, be it structured or unstructured? So basically, AI Builder in Power Automate is an intelligent document processing tool which can be used to process documents, to process text, process images, or it can extract a tabular data, be it structured or unstructured. It can also uh, build generative AI capabilities, right? So for process documents, it can process the invoice, it can process text recognition, it can identify document reader, right? It can read and extract text from the business card, and it can extract information from structured or unstructured data. So if I go to a cheat sheet of the AI builder here, so this is what an AI builder can do. It can process documents, right? It can process text, so detect positive, negative, or neutral sentiment in a text. So you give a text a paragraph, it can detect whether it is a positive, negative, or sentiment like that. It can process the images, like it can tell you, is it an image of a car, is it an image of a truck, man, light. This is how it can do, and it can tell you that there is a cat in the image, or there's a particular object in the image. So this is what it can also do. It can predict future outcomes and can have the AI capabilities with GPT. So it can summarize text, reply to an email, and etc. So these are its capabilities. What I see in future for AI builder is one thing. What I usually miss is the plagiarism. It can also remove in coming future. It will have a capability to remove the plagiarism. So let's get started with the AI builder. First, I have created a model here, but we will see from the starting how can we create our model, how can we extract, how can we train our model in the Power Automate. So first of all, what I have done is I have these invoices. So you will require at least 5 invoices to train your model. I suggest you to have more to train it better, to get the better outcome from the AI builder. So how can you generate these? So these are some structured data. So if I open this first document, so it is a structured data. Here we have a company name. Here we have the company name, address. Here we have the bill to address, and here we have the ship to address. Here we have the name, and here we have the invoice number. So this is how this is a structured. So all these documents are a kind of structured documents. Here we have the table, but in this video we'll not be looking at this table, but we will be extracting these data. So for example, we'll extract the date, invoice number, the company name, the bill to address, ship to address, etc. So first is how can you make your own invoice with the AI builder. So what I have simply done is I have created a Word document, right? So this is the Word document. Here you can also download a Word document, and then you can just write any name here and go to file and save it as a PDF document. Right here you can just choose it to be a PDF, right? So it will be this is how you can make your own PDF documents. Okay, so let's get started in the Power Automate. First, you have to choose whether your data is a structured data, unstructured data. You have to extract information from the invoice and etc. Right, so I have created my own custom model, okay, using this. So for the pre-built models we have the defined fields, right? So for example, if we extract data from invoice, we have the invoice ID, of course we have the date, and we have the ship to, bill to, these kinds of data. And while using the custom models, we need to give the field name, that okay, this field is there, phone number is there in my invoice, the subtotal is there, ship to is here, and bill to is there. So for example, we have some different fields, then we use custom model. So if I go into the custom model, here if you see, we have the name, we have the delivery number, address. If you have this kind of model, right? So can just, so since it's a custom model, we have to create. But if I go to this pre-built model, you can directly upload from here, and it will extract the information from that invoice, because it's a pre-built model, already trained model, and it has also shown that what kind of invoice it can take, what is the format of this invoice. See, it has the date, invoice number, right? It has the table, it has the address, right? So this is a different language, you can see, right? So what is common in all these three invoice is it has the headings. Like if you see date here, invoice number here, it has the headings. And if you see here also, it has the date here, and it was the invoice number here. Okay, and in here also, if you see, it has the date here, it has the heading, and it has the invoice number. So this is the pre-built model, and it has some similarity. So let's create our custom model. You can use a pre-built model if it suits you, but we will be working on a create custom model from for our invoices. Okay, so the first is ask, is it a structured, unstructured, or invoices? So we have the invoices, right? We will see what how structured and unstructured documents looks like. We can also choose the structured here, because the invoices we have, all the data is in structured format only. But let's, for now, let's choose the invoice. So in invoice we have the date, invoice number, address, right? So choose next, right? So these are the default fields it has for the for this invoice documents. It has all the default fields available, right? So it has all these. Let me just see. Okay, it has the table, it has the date. Let it be, let's create our fields. Let's say that our invoice is a text field. Let's give it a name as invoice number, and let's give it a name as custom invoice number. Okay, done. And then we can have a date field, right? So we also have a date, custom date. We can give the format, although it can also extract format with itself, but let's give format that we have a format of day, month, and year. Okay, and then we can give that. Okay, we also have a company name, so let's give it a company name, right? Let's also give a ship to address, so let's give ship to address. Okay, what else do we have in our document? So this is the company name we have given. We have given the date. We have given the invoice number. We have given the bill to and ship. Right. So this is all we have given. Let's go back to another. Okay, text, and one we have the date field. Okay, let's extract these four. Now we have to create a collection, and if you see here, you must add at least 5 examples of each document. Adding up to 20 examples could yield better results. So I will suggest to use at least 10 documents to have a better prediction model, so that if it has efficiency of above 90%, that it is considered to be a very good model. So I will suggest to have at least 10 documents. So if I add documents, go to my device, and here let's me select 5 documents. Okay, click upload. Okay, so done. And next, okay, so if you see, it gives you a warning that some fields in the document could not be properly located. For example, vendor address, please tag them again. So we have to tag. And if you see, the AI builder has captured the text, right? So what text is it? What text it could be? So it has captured the text. And if you right click on any, sorry, if you click on any of the text, then it will give you, okay, this is the vendor name. But we will consider this as a company name. So what we can do is, into the billing address, we can show that not available into the document. We can also say this, that not available in the collection only, we can say, so that it should not be invoice ID, because we have created our custom fields. Let's unselect all these. So if I have unselected all the fields not available in the collection, and let's give the company name first. So if I just right click and make a area around it, GL company name, and I give it, okay, this is the company name. Okay, and similarly, if I go here and if I make a text around it, and I can see that it's a date field. Okay, similarly, if I click on here, I will see that, okay, it's a invoice number. Okay, and then ship to, I can say that, okay, this whole is a ship to address. Okay, so this is how we can do. Some fields could not be properly located. Vendor address, let us look. We have ticked any vendor address. So it was showing the vendor address. I just unticked it and it gives a tick sign. Okay, similarly, if I go to the next document, right? So not available in the collection. I say not available in collection, not available in collection. Okay, now for this, I just create a region and it gives company name. Just click on this date, although it has captured itself also, but here we are making our custom things. So ship to, and it has ticked OK. Now going on to next, right? And if I make this field, and date is already selected, so I just give the date and then the invoice number, and then I have the address. Okay, ticked already. Now going on to next document, Allen Company. Let's make a field, company name, then the date, then we have the invoice number, and for ship to, we can make a region for the whole, right? So this is also done. Going on to the next, right? So selecting this company name, if there is vendor address not available in the collection, okay, let's give the date, let's give the invoice number, and finally the ship to address, right? So all these documents are, we have marked the areas that where we can find the company name, date, or any other field that we want to extract, and click next, right? So if we see, we have marked customer invoice number, date, ship to, and all these default fields are empty, and then we have the date. Okay, and now we just simply click train, and your model is training it. This may take few minutes depending on the size of date training data. So it will not take much of a time. See, it is already trained. Go to models, right? So here we have our model. This is still training. Let's wait for 5-10 seconds. So our model is trained. Let's click on this model and you will see the insights. So if you see, the accuracy score is 99%, which is an excellent score. So it can extract invoice number 99 with 99 efficiency, customer date with 99 efficiency, company name and ship to address with this efficiency. Okay, if you click quick test, you will have to upload, so I have also created a sixth invoice. So if I just upload it, right, it is analyzing. Okay, so it has extracted all the information. So this is shipping address, company name, date, invoice number. Although some fields are irrelevant here, but yes, customer ship to address. Okay, you click, you can click close actually, and then click on publish. So once you publish this model, it will be, seen. It can be seen in your cloud flows, so that you can extract, you can upload uh, different invoice and extract information from that invoice. Okay, so meanwhile, let's just create a new invoice to check our results. Okay, so let's create Power Automate company. Let's see if it extract from this. Let us give it name auto, right? Let's give the date as 10. Let's give the invoice number as Power BI 1234, and let's give shift to Microsoft. Mm, Let's give any address, and let's give the pin code as any pin code. Let's save, and let's save it as a PDF. Let's see if what is what accuracy it can extract the data from this new PDF. Okay, so we'll name this as test upload, save, and it is saved. Let's just close it. Let's go to our model, click on use model. Okay, so uh, these are the basically how can we use our model. Let's just not use it for now. Let us rename our model. Let's rename it here Power Model. Rename. Okay, save and close. So I've just renamed my model. I think, yeah, into the settings we can also rename it. And let's just call this. So how can we call this model? We go to Cloudflow. So these are the default, these three are the default flows which Power Automate gave you, but you can create your own flow. So let's give it an instant cloud flow. Let's give the name as AI Builder. Manually trigger a flow, create. Let's just turn off the new designer. I'm more comfortable than the old one. And let's call our model in the AI Builder. You can also use the AI Builder mm, for 30 days for free. So in here you can just call, I think, extract information from document, and from here you can choose your model. I have the Power Model. Form type is a PDF document, right? And form, let's just save it. And okay, there's a invalid parameter, so we have to give a file, right? So let's just add an input, add a file, and here we have a variable of file content. Let's give the variable of file content here. Okay, and let's just now save it. It's currently saving. Let's go back and got it. Run our model. See, it has asked me for a file. Let's give a file which we have created for Power Automate. Test upload and run the flow. right? Done. So it is currently running. Let's just refresh it and let's see. Once it's succeeded, let's see the output. What is the output of our training model? Okay, it has succeeded. Let's see the flow run and how it extracted the data. Okay, if I open this, uh, let's go down. See, ship to value, it has extracted this, right? I think it is somehow correct. Let us compare. Okay, it is correct actually, right? And it will also gives you the score, right? So if you check below the score, it is 99% confident. So the more closer it to 1, the more confident the data is, and more closer it to 0, the less confident it is, right? And then custom date value is 10.3, and if I give it is correct 10.3, and then the text is this. It has also given the score for this and the invoice number. Okay, this is not our invoice number. This is its default value. See, it is the invoice number which we had. This is also correct, right? And this is its default value. Let's see, we have the uh, see invoice ID value. These are the default parameters, right? And if you see the name, vendor name, it has given the Power Automate company, right? If I go here, custom company text is Power Automate. So why it is given only this field is because we have only given the text in this line only. Okay, that's the reason it has given us this part. No problem. It has sometimes if you train more documents, then it will give you a better result. So this is how we can extract these values. So how can we get these value into a variable? Let's just quickly see it. So I used to go with the old designer, and let's just use a variable function, right? Let's just initialize a variable first. I will only get the invoice number, right, as a string, right? And let's just get the value. Variable, and let's just set the variable invoice number, and value can be fetched from here. It will come in the dynamic content. Let's just search R value, customer, add value. I think this is the one we have given. Let's just save. Okay, let's just test the flow manually. Test. Let's give this one run flow. Done. So the flow is running. It is extracting information from the document. Okay, let's see the invoice number SDR 78988. So this is how you can get the output from any value you can get using these set variables, or you can also use an Excel to store all these values. So this is a basic of AI builder. How can we extract information from the using the AI builder from the document, from structured or unstructured data. So this is all about AI builder. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Till then, bye. Happy automation. See you in the next video.